The first thing the woman did after rebirth was inject chili water into her father-in-law's condoms because in her past life, at her baby's first birthday banquet, she accidentally caught her best friend and her father-in-law doing something shameful in a room. She rushed in to question them, but her so-called friend lied, claiming she was just changing the baby's diaper on the bed. The noise drew the mother-in-law. The woman quickly told the truth, but the mother-in-law refused to believe her. Instead, she forced her to apologize to both of them. Even her husband accused her of being jealous, saying she was only making things up because his wife's friend was close to him. At that moment, she finally saw the true faces of this family, so she packed her bags ready to leave. But the scheming friend wasn't going to let her go. To silence her forever, she simply drove a car into her, killing her on the spot. And as the woman lay dying, the friend mocked her, saying if she couldn't have the husband, she would gladly become her stepmother instead. Hearing this, the woman died in rage, but when she opened her eyes again, she was back at her baby's birthday banquet. Heaven had given her a second chance, and this time she would expose them herself. But she knew, unless her husband and mother-in-law saw it with their own eyes, they would never believe. To make sure things unfolded like before, she brewed goji tea for her father-in-law. Then while he stretched on the balcony, she injected chili water into the condoms in his drawer. After that, just like last time, she handed the baby to her friend and went to help her mother-in-law in the kitchen, even suggesting they invite her friend's parents too. The mother-in-law was delighted by her apparent generosity, unaware of the storm about to come. Sure enough, upstairs, the friend slipped into the father-in-law's room, and the two quickly tangled together. Meanwhile, the friend's parents arrived with gifts, along with the mother-in-law's elder brother. The woman knew the time had come. She said her friend was upstairs watching the baby, and offered to call her down. Just as she spoke, a sharp scream rang out upstairs. Everyone panicked, and rushed to the father-in-law's locked bedroom door, asking what was happening inside. The baby's wails echoed louder and louder, but the father-in-law had locked the door, ignoring the husband's desperate knocking. Inside, he scrambled to put on pants, and stammered something about the baby having diarrhea, saying the smell was bad so no one should come in. But the woman seized on his words, and asked pointedly, wasn't the baby with her friend? How did he end up in the father-in-law's room? The man tried to cover it up, motioning for the friend to hide in the wardrobe, but the wardrobe was glass. There was nowhere to hide. Outside, the baby's cries grew frantic. The family grew more anxious. Only the woman stayed calm, saying she thought she heard her friend's voice inside. Immediately, her mother-in-law and husband scolded her again, insisting if the friend were inside, they'd have heard something long ago. Just like in the last life, she was berated once more, but she didn't care. She simply said she was worried about the baby and spoke carelessly. Her words planted a tiny seed of doubt in her mother-in-law's heart. To prove her wrong, the mother-in-law told her to fetch the spare key. When she returned with it, inside, the father-in-law panicked, shoving the friend behind the balcony curtain. The next second, the whole family broke the door open.